I don't know if Krookodile has what it takes to be Unova's first perfect 5-star Pokemon, but it definitely is a contender for a top spot. Orbiting them all, and I have a huge surprise guest for you guys in this video, but first, Krookodile is really interesting in battle. Ground Dark is a very cool typing, but it has its pros and cons. It's pretty awesome offensively, hitting a bunch of different types super effectively, and even defensively it has 2 immunities, but also 6 weaknesses. But thankfully, unlike its pre-evolutions, it sheds the glass cannon stat spread. It still has great 117 attack and 92 speed, but now also has 95 HP and decent enough defenses. Its move pool is also just incredible. Crunch, Earthquake, Brick Break, Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw, Rock Slide, Hone Claws, and Bulk Up. Fantastic. And then you throw on either one of its abilities, arguably 2 of the best possible, and that's definitely enough to give it 5 stars. But this is where we do kind of start to see the late evolutions in Unova, but really 40 isn't that bad considering it's only 11 levels after Krokorok, so it'll stay 4.5 stars. Okay, so it may not be a perfect 5, but now I'm really excited to hand over the concept and design section to the person whose own series about these very same topics was genuinely like 60 to 70% of the inspiration for me to do this series.
Thank you, and hey, it's nice that when my heart is being weighed on the scales against the feather by Anubis, I can point to this series and say, hey look, some good came of my actions. And what I'll say about Krookodile is that the concept makes perfect sense. It starts as a small-time criminal, graduates to a slick, confident, full-on felon, and now here it takes on the form of the big bad boss of the gang. This is a very natural progression, a very logical one, but that's kind of the problem. This is the most obvious, logical, middle-of-the-road progression possible from this idea, so there's no surprise or innovation here. There's nothing bad about it, but there's really also nothing exceptional to praise about it either, which to me is the very definition of a 3-star idea. In design execution, on the other hand, it fares somewhat better, with a red and rageful primary color, and its eye mask elongating into angry eyes, flirting with the shape of straight-up devil horns on the silhouette. It's a big step up in intensity and visual feeling of power from the laid-back chill vibes of Krokorok. It loses the stereotypical convict suit markings in favor of sharp, fang-like stripes, and its head and jaws get much bigger proportionally to its body, again emphasizing the power of its bite, its ability to harm. In this way, it visually almost abandons the ground type to go all in on dark type instead, which does work pretty well with the idea of it now being the crime boss rather than the grunt who does the groundwork. So it doesn't have an exciting concept, but it does execute on it very cleanly. So I guess that would be a 4.5 stars in the ratings, although I feel really weird giving fractions to one of these things. I am so used to letter grades.
Man, you put us in the same video and I realize how much room I still have to improve in the emphasis, details, and breakdowns of these Pokemon. I appreciate you coming on, truly a literal inspiration. But anyway, that grants Krookodile the 4.25 star final score and a spot on the top 5, though it may be short-lived.